Yo. Hi. Hard breathing through kid on this madness, yo. Nairobi, are you ready for this? I don't think so. Go get ready, big man thing. My people crazy, you better like it. Go get ready, my people crazy, you better like it. Kuta, wonder, it's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Pretty girl, Kuta, wonder, it's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Go get busy, man. It's a freaky time. That's how we do it, man. It's a party time. We can end it, but baby. It's a dazzle thing, karibu tu caliente. Give me this front fight, girl, I'm here to conquer, girl, Inna the business, I'm dangerous. My trigger on the baddest. The party just started. My body's in a hurry, I enter. Looking for a batter. Inna the place, ain't nobody batter. Looking for a...
Hey, what's going on, you guys? Hope you guys are ready to get some basketball action going on today. We are in Broomfield today. We aren't in the other locations today, but we will be back in Aurora on Wednesday. But make sure that you guys are doing the stuff in this book and that you guys are getting better. And I love when I actually show this book to people and they're skeptical, because a lot of people have books and it's like books to like make you rich, books to make you whatever, and this seems like that, but this isn't quite that. Okay, that's why I don't try to call it a book. This is not really a book. This is like a roadmap. All right, I would call it a roadmap. All right, I would say like this just tells you the direction to go. All right, it doesn't, I don't think it makes it easier. Like, it almost makes it harder, because if you're just going in any old direction, I mean, like, you can do whatever you want, whatever feels comfortable, right? Whatever feels like, it feels like I'm going in the right direction, but as soon as you're told that the direction is in a certain way, and this certain way is like up hills, going by mountain lions, right? It's a certain way is like, you know, it's a treacherous road, right? You kind of understand that it's not, I guess, like the easiest of maps. Call it like, I guess, like the Oregon Trail. Some people are gonna die along the way. All right, so make sure that you at least take the next step in the right direction. Every single step needs to be taken in the right direction. I think that that's the best way to do it. You don't need to look at like where you're gonna be many years from now. You just need to be like, let me do today. Let me focus on today and do all that I can today to get as far as I can today. So anyways, first things first, we got, our little kids, man. You guys had to face a team that came in looking like Remember the Titans. That's what it looked like to me, man. They were out there with their I am rarely scared of a team, okay? This team, a whole bunch of brothers, but they were like organized. And I love organization. They were like doing like drills before the game, like making like noises, and I was like, oh my, right? And they were third graders, right? So we had Declan out there leading the way, along with I believe 3 second graders and 1 other third grader. So we only had 5. They had 10. I mean, 3 of our guys are part of Rev Up, 2 of us are part of 50 All-Stars, and it was like, what are we gonna do? And I told you guys to hit them first. I told you to hit them first. I said hit them first because they don't know who you are. Well, it turns out that without basketball practice, it is really tough to beat us. You guys have been, like a few of you guys have been doing skill workouts for a while. You guys had the head start on these guys, and you kind of blasted them out the water. Now, you realize this, they are athletic. They're going to come for you guys within a couple of years. But right now, you have the head start, and that's the best thing. So you want to get that head start. You want to be able to like say like I'm a more skilled basketball player than you are, basically. All right. Anyways, great job. Hopefully I can get some footage together so I can make a highlight tape of that game, because it was fun. It was a fun game to watch. It was crazy. A whole bunch of small kids doing some crazy things, but it was fun to watch. What's up, Kieran and Declan Louth? I see you guys in the comment section. If you're in the comment section, please let us know that you're here in the comment section by putting a comment down there so we can, say hi to each other, okay? Next thing, we got high schoolers. Okay, for the high schoolers, not as inspiring as the small guys, but that's the way it is. Look, and I'm just telling you this to warn you. All right, it will always be like this. I mean, and if I warn you, perhaps you won't go in this direction. Okay, when you get into high school, there's so many things, and mainly like the girls. Maybe like the book bags. Okay, so homework. Okay, homework is there. But you have like so many other pressures. You're like now driving, doing all this other stuff, and like basically like you're like an adult. But I think that the biggest burden for high schoolers, like the hardest thing to manage for high schoolers, is the realization that you're not gonna be an NBA superstar. Like you're just not. And how do I know you're not? How do you know you're not? Because you can see it. You can see it. When you're way back there in first grade, you don't know where the trajectory is, right? And the funny, ironic thing about that is this. Not knowing what the trajectory is for the young people makes you go slower. Knowing what the trajectory is for a high schooler makes you go slower. How is that possible? It's really strange because even if you look at it like a second grader, dead in the face, you go, yeah, you're not an NBA player, never will be. A few of them will be like, screw you, I think I can make it because you don't know. You don't know, and that's the truth. You just don't know. Because with like 12 freaking years, you can do anything. I bet you money you can give me an average basketball player who would have normally made his like high school team, and I can make that guy an NBA player in 12 years. Yes, starting from first grade, absolutely. And again, just the roadmap is right here. Yeah, absolutely. It just does everything. Yeah, sure. All right, as long as he's like 6 foot or above. All right, but you go slower because of that information because you're like, well, I got 12 years. I got 9 years. Come on. I got 6 years. Come on. I got 6 months. Oh crap, I'm too late. And it goes away that fast. It goes away so fast where you thought that you had time, but then you don't. But during this time, when you're that far away, you're like, I'm invincible. I can do whatever. But when you get into high school, you start to count the days, and you're like, wait a minute. And you're also smarter. So you're like, 2 years. In 2 years, I'm supposed to catch that guy. What have I done the last 2 years? Well, that doesn't equate. That's not the trajectory. I can see it now. And then you go, I want to stop. So knowing your trajectory slows you down, and not knowing your trajectory slows you down. So then when are you going fast? Just never is the answer. So that's why I'm so hard on you, like young kids, because you guys have the only chance. Once you're in high school, you'll be like our high school kids, and you'll just show up to the games. You'll skip the practices. You'll want to. Maybe you have other sports. You have all these other obligations because football in high school, nothing six days a week. All right, you can't train to be better. You can train to like keep as good as you are. All right, that's why high school basketball players are kind of falling behind Europeans because they're still training in basketball while we're doing other things. But yeah, you can like maintain, but you can't get better by playing many other sports or doing all these other things in high school. There's too much. It's too much. So you basically have between like first grade to 8th grade to get as good as you're gonna be, unless you're that dude, unless you're this type who's not like these guys posing for pictures all day, all right? And you're up there, and the high school players that are still working to improve, those people are so rare. But I guess there goes your chance. If no one's working out, you can become better than a lot of people. Hey, right? You may not make the NBA, but you can become better than a lot of people. So I say never stop. Focus on your dreams and just keep getting better, all right, through all these different routes. So high schoolers, keep coming. For anyone below high school, heads up. I'm warning you, it's going to be the hardest thing of your life to get up 500 shots a day. And just imagine how much harder it is for Steph Curry to get 500 shots a day. His life's way more like freaking intense than these guys. I mean, he's just inspired, right? And he has like the means, I suppose, but like, dude, your life just gets harder and harder and harder. It gets more full. All right, so if you're not doing it now, you may never do it. All right. Other thing, we got our calendar. I keep saying this every single week, but they said that this week They're going to put the entire schedule out, and it was supposed to be by today, so we'll see if it's by there tonight. I've noticed a few extra games that have been placed on some people's schedules, so maybe they're just like rounding that up. So I'll check later on tonight. Heads up for that. Maybe by the morning. All right. So we'll see if that's there. I mean, the league lasts until Halloween, so we have some time. All right. That's that. All right. Let's move on to the quote of the day. All right. So for the quote of the day, we have be prepared. All right. That's all that we ever talk about. It's just like being prepared. Right? Being prepared. My best story about the being prepared is like the dog around the corner, right? You don't know when that dog is going to be around the corner, but he's waiting around the corner for you. Some kid who's worked out so hard, he's waiting to beat your butt, right? Be prepared for that dude. And you want to be so prepared for that dude that one day someone else is walking around the corner towards you, and then you are that dog. You are that dog, right? You want to be that prepared that, they should have been preparing for you because you were just going so hard that you're just like looking, hoping that one day, someday someone who thought that they were working hard comes upon you. And then you tear them to pieces. You're thinking about that, all right? Because it's not about like dominating in 5th or 3rd grade. It's about dominating like high school time, college time, NBA time. I don't know. And that the world is not even ready for you because of what you've been through. And when you describe what you've been through, they're like, "What did you do? What did you do every single freaking day? You're telling me that you did all that when you were just a child too? Yeah, no one can catch you." And then some little kid's like, "Can I be like you?" And you're like, "Nah, sorry. It's really hard. Sorry. I wouldn't wish that upon anybody. You couldn't handle it." That kind of work. You be so prepared for that moment. Not even be prepared for the weekend's game. Screw this weekend's games. Be prepared for like your Hall of Fame speech in 20 years. Be prepared for that. That is what we're working on right now. So you guys, be prepared. As for the itinerary of stuff, this is stuff that we're doing in the future, in the past, tonight. All right. In the future, we got clap drill coming up here, so heads up for that. Make sure you guys post that homework online. All right. Any kind of drills that we have going on, just try your best at doing them before we actually do them, so you can prepare for the workout. Post them online so I can see what you're doing. Then we'll do them, and then if you struggle during the actual practice, but that should make practice a lot better. But if you struggle during the actual practice, do them again online. All right, but this will make practice so much more smooth if you guys know what we're doing. So heads up, the elementary stuff is in the future with fly drill, trick dribbles, press break, give and go, triangle cuts for shots, and then pick and roll, flip flop. I missed that one. In the past, what we just finished doing was pick and roll, pass to roll. So make sure that we're trying to incorporate that in games. Weekend ball pounds, bluff and recover, help side to close out, quick shots, and fast break post seal. All right, for tonight, we got this stuff. Tonight. All right, so let's make sure that we do this stuff right here. All right, it's divine drill, one-on-one with personal rules, indirect Euro steps, Kyrie spin to J, hurdle layups, 180 side or fake handoff. And what those things look like? They look like this. All right, divine drill. You start off with the planks to push-ups. All right, it's 15 seconds planks, then 5 push-ups, 14-second planks, 5 push-ups. Do not touch your knees or anything else to the ground. Make sure that butt is flat for those planks. This is a huge physical workout. I'm actually thinking about incorporating this into my daily workouts, but it's so tough. I have not really reached that point yet. It's that tough, okay? But for you guys, know that it's a mental workout as well. All right. Next one. We got one-on-one with personal rules. I will whisper to you guys what you have to do. Maybe your job is to do one bounce pull-ups. Maybe yours is to do the spin or the fake spin. Maybe yours is to always go left. I don't know. I'll tell you to do something that I think maybe that you can't do. But defensively, it's your job to figure out what I told them, and then you lock them down. To try to figure it out. Right? You try to reverse it on them and use the scout to your advantage, because a lot of players do have like certain like tendencies. You want to use those tendencies against them. All right. So this is for an offense and for a defensive drill. Great drill. All right. Next one. We got indirect Euro step. Boom, boom. Nice job, Kieran. Boom, boom, boom. Decent job right there. Make sure you try to not slow down, okay? You didn't want to go one way, opposite foot hits, and then you want to go around your defender in a negative way. So it's like you're going straight, then you're going to go toward the free throw line. Then you go back toward the basket. Which that jump shot. And again, when you see Kyrie do it, he's a wild man doing it, okay? But this is what we got going on today, okay? And everyone's going to try it their way. These guys right here, they're kind of young men. Let's see if they've got it better, all right? But kind of did it correctly. Threw that ball far away. I don't think you should do that in the game, but I do think this teaches you a lot about ball, a lot about footwork, a lot about just getting away from the defense. So it's a great deal because you can do any one of these moves, but we can combine all of them just for fun. All right. So Kyrie spin to J, coming your way, baby. All right. Next one, last one. I think I'm gonna show you. We got hurdle layups. When you're going for a layup, you can't just take quick steps. You can't just throw the ball, whatever. You have to be presenting the ball for the last 2 steps. All right, so you can shoot, pass, or like manipulate the defense, put the ball high during the entirety of your layup. So you want to step and dribble with the opposite step and step over those 2 hurdles like that. Do I have a last one? What was the last one? No. That was last week. But the last one that I didn't talk about was, 180 side or fake handoff. All right, for 180 side or fake handoff, again, this is pretty complex, but we have, Kiernan's our smartest kid. He has not figured this one out yet. I've never seen him do a fake handoff before, but I guess he needs a partner for this one too. It's when you're dribbling at this guy, right here, and you have 3 options. As you dribble at him, he could have already gone back door for a layup. If the back door was taken away by the defense right here, he can't go back door, but he can see the ball. Now, with you underneath the 3-point line, he can come off that handoff. But as he comes up for the handoff, if your man that was guarding you shows too much, you want to fake that handoff and throw it out and go straight to the basket. This is actually one of the things that was taught in that Kyrie spin to J, how to spin and throw the ball out, right? So that's what I'm talking about like learning part of it, about like learning like a 4 or 5 part move and then using each of those pieces for other moves. This would be one of the other moves, all right, where you come up, stutter step, act like you're handing the ball off, but then you turn and then you throw. So you're gonna left front pivot if you're here on the right hand side. All right. So we wanna make them so we want to make them so paranoid about this dribble handoff and about the handoff and about the back door that they're like, I don't know what to do. So this guy's gonna be like, well, I don't want him cutting back door, so I can't guard him like that. Well, okay, I'll guard him like this. Well, I don't want him coming for the handoff because the handoff is just money. It's just money. So I'm going to guard him like this, I suppose. And then they don't want the dribble handoff fake. So they're going to be like kind of like helping each other out. And then in the end, it's just going to be like, dude, just pass to him. Just pass him the ball. I give up. I can't guard that. That's too many different options. So that's where you want to get it to, so that basically like when you become a really, really good ball handler, you don't have to really try to dribble that much anymore because everyone's like scared of you, right? It's like that. You want everyone to be like so afraid of the other options that they just let you just go and they don't try to attack you. So now the game becomes like super, super easy. Does that make sense? All right, let's check out the homework. Who's been posting homework? Who here has been posting homework? We got Kieran and Declan Love with the epic drill. I love people doing the homework, man. Like the monthly homework. Like, I do love you doing the drills beforehand. That is fantastic. All right, because that makes workouts better. That makes you learn the stuff better because you've seen it before. But I love you guys doing the monthly homework because I've chosen 12 things for each month, one for each month, that are like extremely hard. And if you perfected just those 12 things, just the things that we give you in the intro book when you join that little small book, just those things, all right, it can expedite your learning and your growth so much. All right, I'm looking through the homework though. We have Weston, we got Wyatt Smith right there. We got Teo Trujillo, got Declan and Kieran Louth as well. All right, but we also have Taz with the triple cross repeat. All right, but who's doing the epic drill? I saw a couple. Got Joey with the push-ups. Then we also had Yusuf. Is that the kid from Aurora? Who's that kid? I've been passing out cards. Is this gonna be the first like member to be doing our homework? No way. No way, no way. I think it must be Yusuf. It doesn't look like him from that far away, though. I think it's Yusuf from. We do have a Yusuf. We do in Aurora. So let's see if this is him or not. I'm not really quite sure. All right, because I'm so interested right now. So interested. All right, he said he's doing reactive tucks, eccentric pop squats. I don't know what that means. Who's this kid? Oh, I remember that. Oh no, he's a Broomfield kid that never joined. But at least he's doing some homework. I like that. I do remember Yusuf. All right.
I don't know that.
Hey, I wasn't talking to you, Chica. All right, but yes. All right, I like it. I like it. I like it. Great job. All right. Anyways, hey, this is what I want to create. I want to create a culture. Even when people aren't in our program, I want them doing stuff. I want them working hard. I want everyone in Colorado to be amazing. You think that I'm like just being selfish in this regard? I'm not. I mean, if our program never grows, but Colorado just becomes this like hotbed of talent, jobs accomplished. Seriously. All right, let's check out the story of the day.
Everyone has their own shot, and practicing any shot enough will lead to a higher percentage. But if you perfect your shooting form and then practice with correct form a great deal, you'll improve your shot at a faster rate, you'll be far more consistent over time, and you'll need to practice your shot a lot less to remain sharp.
All right, so this is a touchy subject. By the way, it was raining in that video because it was raining threes. You get it? Those are 5 of the best shooters of all time. It says everyone has their own shot, and practicing any shot enough will lead to a higher percentage. So, like, whatever your shot is, it's your shot. If it's comfortable, it's all good. But if you can perfect your shooting form and then practice correct form a great deal, it does a few things. If you can just shoot the most perfect shot possible, which I do not have the most perfect shot, but if you could shoot the most, like, fundamentally correct shot where everything is in a straight line, you don't have to do that. You can stick your thing out and still like make a shot like this, of course, right? But over time, it wouldn't go in as much. If you could just keep everything straight, if you could follow through at the exact time, if you could extend both arms, you can karate chop this arm, if you can spread these fingers and make everything as perfect as you can be as you extend your legs as well, right? All this stuff. If you can make that perfect and then practice that shot a considerable amount. What's up, Taz? All right, then these things happen. All right, 1, you will improve your shot faster. I saw Taz right there. He shot a pretty clutch 3 for us, this side of his body again. And as soon as it went up, I was like, even if it goes in, I'm not happy with that shot. But he happened to miss it. I think if he could get it perfect, I think it would go in more. All right. And then the second thing that happens is you'll be far more consistent over time. What that means is this. Not only can this shot go in, this perfect shot can miss. And there might be some days where you go 9 for 10 like this, and some days where you go 0 for 10 like this. But overall, you will do better shooting the correct way, and you will have less ups and downs. So when you have bad days, now your bad days are like 2 days maybe. You won't just be off for like 3 weeks because it's right in line with physics. Like the ball's underneath your is over your elbow. Everything lines up with like reality. Like you're not going against like the laws of the freaking universe to make a shot go up. All right. And then the last one is this. You'll need to practice your shot a lot less to remain sharp. That one should be enticing for all you lazy kids out there. All you lazy kids, you don't want that. You don't want to be like able to like say, I don't need 500 shots, I just need 50 shots. If you shot perfectly, you would only need like 50 to 100 shots a day. You don't need the 500 anymore. You just need to just like keep everything kind of in line, make sure that my hands aren't sweaty. All right, make sure that my my body's okay with the shot. Other than that, I'm good. I shoot perfectly. All right, and if you can shoot perfectly, you get to practice less. That to me sounds pretty good, right? All right, so figure that out. Please try to perfect your shots, no matter how much is going in right now. This is probably not perfect. All right, for the movies for the month, got a whole bunch of movies. All right. For first grade, the movies that you were supposed to watch was The Pistol, The Birth of the Legend, Rebound with Martin Lawrence, second grade. Third grade was $1 Million Arm. Fourth grade was Rocky 3. Fifth grade, Remember the Titans. Sixth grade, Seabiscuit. Seventh grade, The Replacements. Eighth grade, Mr. 3000. Ninth grade, The Legend of Bagger Vance. 10th grade, Raging Bull. 11th grade, Rebound, The Legend of Earl the Goat Manigault. And then 12th grade is this movie right here, Sunset Park. Make sure that you guys are watching the movies. All right, watch the movie for your grade for that month because it's going to inspire you. It's going to push you to higher heights. Trust me, trust me, trust me. Let's check out the trivia question of the day. Trivia question. We got Kieran leading the way with 6, Caleb with 3, Noah with 3, all right, Teo with 2. All right, the winner of the trivia question wins a coin for the month. The coins are worth $50. We will start accepting the coins at the snack shacks. And for even like entry and stuff like that, starting in February. All right, so you'll start to, and then we'll get the merchandise thing together too by that summer. So save the coins, guys. All right, trust me. Try to earn as many as you can. The hardest work at the practices and things like that. All right, but for today's trivia question, because we have a question that is, I think it's pretty easy. So heads up, I think Ken is probably going to get it really right. Very, very fast. But you can take out your Google machines and try to guess this trivia question right here. All right, good luck, you guys. The question is this. All right, there's something called the NCAA tournament. And I made the NCAA tournament one year, but, we lost in the first round. We didn't make the second round, all right? And there's 64 teams. Now there's a few more, but 64 teams. If you lose in the first round, you lost there. If you make the second round, that's the top 32. Make it past that, that's the Sweet 16, then the Elite 8, then the Final 4, and then the championship game, right? Those are the levels. That's what I'm looking for. But I want to know from you, where is the furthest that Kawhi Leonard took his NCAA team? Of those, which was the furthest he took his NCAA team? Good luck. Good luck. That's all I got. What is the furthest in the NCAA tournament that Kawhi Leonard went with his NCAA team? I won't even tell you what team he was on. You gotta figure that out. If you type it into Google, I'm sure something will come up. Good luck with you guys. Again, my furthest was just the first round. Some people have gone on further. Of course, some people have gone further. All right, but how far did Kawhi Leonard go? Let's see it. That's the answer right there. I told y'all who cares to get the answer right there. The answer is the Sweet 16. What do they call it, the Sweet 16? Because it's slow to get there, man. All right. So now you are at 7. Great job, great job, great job. Did anyone else almost get it? Second round is a nice guess. Second round's a nice guess. But no, that team went deep. They were the San Diego State University team that year, and with Kawhi Leonard's help, of course, they went fairly deep into the NCAA tournament. That's like the last 16 teams. That means basically they were like 3 wins away, I think. 1, 2, 3, something like that. Yes. So just making the tournament is like, I guess, like, like an honor and things like that. It is what it is. All right. Anyways, lastly, let's check this out. Who remembers Jimmer Fredette? Jimmy Fredette was an amazing player that went to, I believe, BYU or something like that, Utah, something like that. I don't know. All right, but it was BYU. But he was a deep shooter, kind of like a little bit before Curry, I think. Like, I don't know, like before Curry got popular, I think it was, because when he was shooting deep threes, no one was comparing him to Curry. He also overseas scored like 70 points in a game and stuff like that. In college, he scored like above 50. He's basically a super duper scorer, but he didn't last in the NBA. Because some people are like, well, his defense, his athleticism, his height are kind of against him. But he's trying to come back to the NBA all the time. He's recently said that returning to the NBA now is not his goal. It's no longer his goal. And I don't know whether whether this is him giving up or whether this is him realizing that there's a possibility that he's reached his peak. And this is him being wiser and older and understanding he's already made the NBA. Because a lot of people know who freaking Jimmer Fredette is. He's had an amazing career. All right. What's up, Caleb? Yeah. So guys, like he just wasn't 6'7". It's not his fault. I think the work that he put in and what he did with the game, for the game, has been amazing. He's overseas. He's made his money. I mean, like Jimmy Fredette, he's almost a household name. So I don't care what cards that you were dealt in life. It only matters what you do with those cards that you were dealt. Okay? So I'm not saying to like give up hope on the NBA. I'm saying whatever your NBA is, you got to hit it. And if you're a stone cold easy NBA, gonna make it easily, well then your goal is not just to make the NBA. That is a loser goal. You gotta make All-Star team. You gotta make the Hall of Fame, something like that. You know what I'm saying? All right. Anyways, I'll see you guys tonight. Don't forget that the quote of the day is be prepared. So let's get prepared. Stay prepared. You can show up a little bit early. I'll be there around like 6, something like that. But I'll see y'all then. Make sure you guys keep working, and keep posting that homework. All right, so we can all improve and again change the culture of Colorado. All right, talk to y'all later. Reese's pieces, everybody.
Bad, boy not the place ain't nobody bad. Aubrey, I'm a bigger man, careful girl. Shock you in this reggaeton 10 times, girl. Good wonder, it's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Pretty girl, good wonder, it's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Go get busy, man. It's a freaky time. That's how we do it, man. It's a party time. Go get ready. Big man titty, my people crazy. You better like it, yo. Yeah, Central Africa. Yeah, and Kenya on this madness.
Ati spola pale wesi mi roga mama sita mi ufanya madem mwenye wanabaki kujishika iwe dancehall ama hip hop buda mina wakilisha tunabo tuko party tunaban hii weekend tukendi yo hashtag check it tunaban press it to the one cha 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 madem wako hapa wanadai tu vijiti wanjiti kwa kiti waresh wako fiti weekend tunaban adiche wanja for the G top on the panty
Kuja, wonder, it's a dazzle thing and never surrender. Pretty girl, good wonder, it's a dazzle thing and never surrender.